Hey guys, I'm Kevin Carr here with another anime video. In today's video, we will be reviewing Cautious Hero, because it's a really good show. So let's get right to it. One thing I really enjoyed about Cautious Hero is just the overall idea, I guess, because it is an isekai and that is a very overplayed genre. But I like what this one does with it, how he's so extremely cautious and he's so extremely overpowered, or so he seems, and that is a very important part that we will get to later. And while I don't necessarily like overpowered characters, like one of my main issues with Overlord is that Ainz Old Gon, the main character, is extremely overpowered compared to everybody else in the series, at least anime-wise. I never feel really any tension, but here you do, because even though Seiya is really strong in the first episodes and mainly the first half of the season, later on, the enemies start catching up and he doesn't get stronger because he caps out pretty quickly. And I think that's really important. I think that's a really interesting idea, and I like that a lot. I also really enjoyed the Divine Realm and how that whole realm works. I think it's really well explained, and it's just really good world building. See all these different gods from different backgrounds. Some are reincarnated humans, or some are born from gods. And while we don't necessarily know how that happens, I just think it's good to see all these different gods like Valkyrie, or the goddess of war, Andelia, or the goddess who's stuck in that forest, or the guy who trained Seiya for a little bit before almost quitting training with his sword. I think it's really good. I like meeting all these fun characters that are just a realm above all other characters in the world that they live in, like Grumblebla. Starts with the G. That's all. That's all I know. I also like Mash and Ilulu. I think they're really fun characters, but nothing phenomenal. I don't think they're crazy cool. They're just there, and they honestly don't do very much. Although I do like the scene where they try to fight for Ilulu to not become the sword to kill the Demon King. I think that's a really good scene. And I do like Rista. I actually like her a lot. She's pretty funny. I like how she's kind of a second-rate goddess in a lot of people's eyes, and how people view her as second-rate, but she's trying her best. And I really like her backstory on how she was actually reincarnated as from a human that's from a failed world into a goddess. And it makes sense on why her friend Arya does so much for her, because in Arya's eyes, she killed Rista in her past life, and I think that's really interesting. It's really fun to think about once you get to the end of the series, and the plot twist really hits hard, and I like it a lot. I also really enjoy some of the fights. I think my favorite fight is the War Master versus Seiya. I think it's a really good fight, and shows that Seiya is not overpowered like the title suggests, and shows that he can actually be pushed back. And that's probably the best thing about this series, is that there's a lot of tension, and I like that a lot. Unlike, once again, Overlord, there's not too much, or even Shield Hero, there's not too much. But here, I think it really works. And the fact that it's comedy, yeah, I'm laughing the whole way, man. It's pretty good. Some side characters I like are Andelia, or whatever, who I like a lot, the goddess of war. I think she's really funny. How she falls in love with Seiya, I think it's really good. I really enjoy Rosalie. I think it's just really funny how she's so headstrong, but she's weak. And I really like her design. I'm probably put like a picture there or something. I really like the final battle and how, despite Rista using all her goddess powers and everything, Seiya dies. The main character, the main hero dies. Rista's main character, and I think it's really good. I think it's a really sad thing, and I was honestly tearing up when it flashed back to Arya's time with Seiya, and how that was the one world that she failed, was with him, and Rista's past life, and I think it's really good. Like, it's nice, man. Although one thing that does confuse me is how Seiya's still alive, even though Arya adventured with him over 100 years ago. Like, maybe you can just pick someone from a certain point in time. I think that's kind of weird. Kind of throws me off. But, like, it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't really change the story. So overall, I really enjoyed this series. I did not expect to enjoy it as much. I had a lot of fun with it, man. I'd recommend it. It's really good comedy, really good animation in certain points. It can get really sad in those last 2 episodes. Kind of like how Prince Click Dive kind of started hitting me where I live. It's a good series, bro. Go watch it. It's my 3rd favorite show in Isekai Quartet. I might make a video ranking all the shows, because you can definitely rank them. And yeah, see ya.